In this video, we're going to take a look at how AI LLM tracking works in Nightwatch. When you open the LLM tracking section, we will see the dashboard, which will be shown after we have configured the prompts we will be tracking for this project. In the top, we can choose the date range, and under entities, Nightwatch will automatically extract all the brand entities that appear across the prompt responses, which we can also control inside of the classifications. Here we're going to see the classical metrics that we would expect from AI tracking, which is average position, visibility, share of voice, sentiment. We can choose those to be shown for a specific entity. For example, let's choose Remitly, and this should update for only specific brand. If we keep all the entities, we should see performance of visibility over the last few days and citation appearance breakdown by domains that have the biggest impact on the visibility. Down here we have top performing entities in this period and top citation sources. Now if we go into the prompts, which is going to be the first step, how we're going to configure this, it's where we add the prompt for Nightwatch to observe. We can do this by clicking the Add Prompts button, where we can enter the prompts manually or generate ideas. I can tell it a topic, and Nightwatch will research all possible combinations for different prompt categories. Here we choose the providers where we want to be tracking the responses and location settings. If you want to break down the prompts for specific categories, we can use text for that. Once we have added the prompts, the data is going to be collected, and we will be able to open a prompt here to see the most recent extraction of entities. One important differentiation with Nightwatch and other platforms is that we extract all the competitors, all the entities that appear inside of the response, so nothing is needed to be manually configured. This is important because AI usually responds without the hyperlinks, so we do matching for both hyperlinks and entities, the text that appears inside. And we're going to look at the entity names, position, sentiment, and we're going to use this information to provide brand entities overview, which is an overview in a longer period that we can select here. And we can see how the visibility, share of voice, or sentiment is changing over the past period. This is a useful report for reporting to the clients, as it has a longer summary, and we can filter it down by providers or tags. If we go into the citation section, this is where we usually get ideas what kind of the content and domains are impacting AI visibility. We can group this by domain to see which domains have the highest impact on the visibility. If we click the action icon, we can execute our SEO agent to analyze each of those citations. If we switch to the URLs, we can see which are exactly those pages that have the highest impact on the AI responses and visibility rankings. This gives us ideas that we can use to produce our own content and to see who impacts the visibility the most. In the section source metrics, we have a new way of looking at this same information, which gives us more details. How exactly are brand mentions correlated with the domain? Our crawler would go on all of those sources that we collect, and it's going to check, if we activate the sentiment, how positively or negatively they're speaking about each brand. And this is a very easy way to see who is influencing which brand in a positive or negative way. For example, here we can see the transfer fees is speaking negatively about Western Union, And here we see that Bankrate has quite positive sentiment for PayPal. This can give us ideas who we can reach out to for partnerships to push our rankings higher. And lastly is the section of classifications where we can customize how we want to group together certain brand names or entities. This can be useful if we have more complex configuration for tracking and gives us more flexibility to accomplish that. This is all. I hope this was helpful. With Nightwatch, we try to aim to combine both AI and search engine rankings, as AI visibility is highly influenced by search engine rankings that happen behind the scenes when we ask a certain prompt or question. So we try to provide and encourage to use both functionalities in the same platform.